Now, Young Thug threw a benefit concert last night for the holidays and to fulfill some of his probational duties. And backstage, he did an interview that was being streamed live, and he said an interesting thing. He said that hip hop is in a weird place at this present moment this year because of Kendrick and Drake and their ongoing beef.
I feel like I always wanted to do this type of music, and then I feel like rap is in like a weird like space right now, because it just seems like everybody beefing, and then it's just like two of the biggest artists in the world, like Clash, and it's a lot of like the fucking ripple effect that came out. Weird. I feel like it's time. I feel like we gotta like take it to the next level. We gotta level up. Like AI, it's just so much. Everything in the world leveling up except hip hop. Like niggas getting like worse. Like we getting worse than when we first started. Like I think we like reach so we just like comfortability. Even when we feel like we like hustling hard as we can, we still cap. We so comfortable. I feel like we need this type of shit. I would be so happy if hip hop turned into pop. Like, nobody on this earth could fuck with me when it comes to that type of shit. You know, I would be happy. But I also love hip hop because I know a lot of hip hop artists can't do that.
Well, you can rap your ass off, we always do that. But hip hop also always looks to you to push boundaries. Every project's something different. It's a risk. You can stay comfortable, you can do the same thing, people love that. But
Now I'm gonna keep it a G with y'all, man. Hip hop ain't in a weird place. Hip hop has just stopped rewarding laziness. And if we really gonna keep it 100, this really has more to do with Young Thug and his decisions more than it has anything to do with Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
You are now tuned in to the LaFlareLounge with your host, IG-TheLaFlareLounge.
You are watching a master at work.
Yeah, Young Thug, me and you gonna have to sit down and have a discussion. Take a seat, my boy. You see, Doug, you have a problem with accountability, so I'm gonna hold you accountable. And I really want you to sit here and think about what I'm saying. And what I have to say is, hip hop is only in a weird place if you're not caring about hip hop, if you're not caring about your craft, if you're not caring about making good quality music. The bar has went up. And maybe you can't meet those requirements, and you're not understanding why you opening an album saying the N-word with the hard ER 76 times is not sticking with the culture. I mean, I see Playboy Cardi selling 300,000 first week. I see NBA YoungBoy going on tour, and the fans are going crazy. They're losing their minds. I'm seeing Kendrick Lamar do a stadium tour. Tyler, the Creator, I see him doing good things. I see the Clips back after 15 years selling over 100K. What was bad about hip hop this year other than you didn't succeed and that you tore down what Atlanta spent 20 to 25 years to build? Hell, 30 to 35 years to build. To be honest with you, Thug, your frustration seems less about the culture and more so about your own frustrations. Yeah, you need to do some soul deep diving on the inside and ask yourself, am I saying that I really care about hip hop this much? Or is this really because I fumbled my own return to the game when I had a golden opportunity to elevate? You see, Young Thug, you didn't seem like you put in any work ethic. When you got out of jail, why did we have to wait a whole year to hear new music from you? To get an album? You got out and that was your golden opportunity right there. You waited and waited and waited and waited. And then you didn't release an album until there was a lot of chaos and a lot of accusations being thrown around on your name. We seeing visual footage of you in the interrogation room after you harassed Gunna over the last year or two. And you turned around and did the same thing. We saw you talking about all the friends that support you and said free you. We saw you talking about them behind their back. We saw 21 Savage trying to talk sense into you. And that's when you decided to drop your album to try to distract us from the bullshit you were doing, through all the chaos. It don't work like that, especially if the music isn't good and the album was terrible. And I actually saw your sister raise a good question, but I have even better question. You see, she asked recently, why hasn't in any of the interviews that Thug did, has nobody asked him about all the personal shit that he had going on? Why nobody asked him about his baby mother who was killed? Why nobody asked him about his sister who passed away? And that's a good question, but I'll raise you one. How come Young Thug hasn't put any of his pain in his music? Not only about the death of people that were close to him, he spent 2 years in prison, in jail. Why didn't he talk about any of these struggles in his music? Young Thug is 34 years old. And yes, we've loved Thug over the past decade, and we would love to still see elements of the old Young Thug, but we still want to see a little bit of growth. It's up to Young Thug to figure out and maneuver how to do that and mix that well. But I will tell you, as of now, he hasn't shown us any maturity, any growth. He's doing interviews, he's crying, he's contradicting himself, he's clearly lying about a lot of the things. And the people ain't fucking with that, bro. Honestly, when we really think about it, all of the great artists, the Drakes, the Kendrick Lamars, Tyler, the Creators, Playboy Cardi, Youngboy, none of them do too much extra shit outside of letting their music speak for themselves. Where Young Thug, your music wasn't speaking for itself, but it more like it whispered. Your music whispered. And then you started cross-dressing. Like I said, you had that intro where you're using the hard ER. It seems like to me like you're not trying to be artsy. You're more so just trying to do clickbait and shock value, be a shock jock. That's only gonna get you so far in music. Did all that to sell 53,000 your first week, Thug. That's embarrassing. And let's keep it real, man. I'm sitting here watching Gunna. He's excelling. He's barely doing any features on his albums, and the features that he is doing are very intentional. You see, he's getting Burna Boy and WizKid. He's going international. He's doing features you don't expect him to have. Whereas to you, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, we can almost close our eyes and predict what features y'all are gonna do. We know all of y'all are gonna try to get Future on the album. Y'all are gonna feature each other. I seen it. Young Thug had his benefit concert here in Atlanta last night. Of course, it was the regular lineup. You know, all of the Atlanta artists. And then he's gonna go get Meek Mill. How many times do we have to listen to Dreams and Nightmares? They said that your show sucked. They said that you had very low energy. You couldn't remember any of your lyrics. You kept messing with your headpiece. The most interesting thing they said is when you proposed to your girl. Listen, man, people want to see a show. People want to see that you actually care about hip hop. That's kind of like the 21 Savage video I did the other day, where he's saying he couldn't even understand why Drake would take the chance to even rap and diss Kendrick Lamar because he's in a lose-lose situation, which was cap. But he was saying how you're already number one. You're gonna lose that number one spot if you lose, or if you appear to lose. You have more to lose, and Kendrick has more to gain. And that's where me, Sir Savage, the 21st, have to disagree. Because if you really had a passion for hip hop, then you would understand that this battle had to happen. This is for the people. Listen, this is how rap in general started, as battle rap. This is the essence of hip hop. This isn't a lose-lose situation. Drake knew what he was getting into. He's a big boy. And see, you're just in it for the money. That's why you can't even fathom rap battling somebody. You're in it for the money, the lifestyle. You're not in it because you actually love what you're doing. Those things are fine to want those, but you also have to understand that, like, yo, I'm playing this because I love the game. Hip hop is not in a weird place. 21 Savage, your album was bad. See, when I think he's saying in a bad place, I'm looking at Young Thug. I think that he's saying Atlanta's in a bad place. Well, good music will cover up a lot of this, but neither one of y'all put out any good music. It seemed rushed. It didn't sound good. And the question that we really just gotta ask is, maybe it's just y'all time to fade out. Y'all done been in the game like 10 years, bro. That's impressive. Not too many artists make it 10 years. Sometimes the game just go past you, bro. That's just what it is. It's just like sports, man. We saw Todd Gurley come into the league going crazy. By the 4th, 5th year, the knees gave out, brother. That's part of the game. So I'm gonna keep up the sports analogies and I'm gonna end it like this, man. Hip hop is like sports. Not everybody gonna get a farewell tour. If you stop putting the work in, then the game is gonna keep going on without you, my boy. Don't blame the era. Don't blame Kendrick. Don't blame Drake. Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and ask yourself, have I been doing what I needed to do to connect with the culture? And I'm gonna just end it like that, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all agree with me or do y'all agree with Young Thug? Is it a weird time in hip hop? Or is hip hop just moving on without him? Y'all let me know down below, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and we out, baby. Boom! Big Just LaFlare.
It's him.